How's it going, you guys? I'm Polydude, and let's go ahead and jump into shiny hunting in Pokemon Legends ZA. Alright, so first off is going to be the base shiny odds. So 1 out of 4,096. And once you get the shiny charm, that's going to boost you to 1 out of 1,024, roughly. There's a little bit more percentage in there, but that's basically it. And then the only other thing that's different about this game than any other game is we actually don't have any methods. So there really isn't some sort of like radar, chaining, mass outbreaks, nothing like that. There's no sort of method to boosting your shiny rates or really shiny hunting. There is some like techniques, and we'll get into that later, but let's go ahead and talk about what can and cannot be shiny. Okay guys, so here's what cannot be shiny. Starters cannot be shiny, and anything like in a cutscene or they have to press A to claim, like a gift or a trade or anything like that from an NPC, all those cannot be shiny. So yeah, including legendaries as well. All that stuff cannot be shiny. But here's what can be shiny. What can be shiny is pretty much everything else, anything in a wild area, and also the fossils can be shiny. However, they're not affected by charm. So beginning shiny charm is not going to affect whether you get that shiny Aerodactyl or anything like that if you're going to be doing fossil resets for it. So that's pretty cool. Now we can go ahead and talk about the really cool shiny hunting technique, I'm going to call it, because it's not really a method, but a lot of people are doing it and having success, and there are 2 places that I have found that you can do this at, and I'm going to go ahead and show you right now. Okay, so to do this shiny hunting technique, what you're going to do is you're going to fly to Wild Area 3, and then from there, you're going to go into that tower and just keep going up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, what this does is when you leave that area, technically by going up the stairs, you are resetting all of the Pokemon in that wild area. Now, the cool part is in Legends ZA, this is new, if you go ahead and leave the area and a shiny did spawn, it's not going to despawn the shiny will still be there. So here's an important note: if the Pokemon is timid and gets scared, like Esper does, and just kind of runs away when you get close to it, if that kind of Pokemon is shiny and it does that and runs away, it will not come back. You did in fact fail that shiny, unfortunately. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you're pretty careful about approaching some Pokemon, especially in Wild Area 3, because like I said, Esper will just run away if you're not careful. So drop a hard save before trying to approach it or encounter it. But leaving the area or like getting knocked out or something is not going to despawn that shiny. The shiny is going to stay there pretty much until you decide to deal with it, which is either trying to capture it, trying to attack it, knocking it out, or catching it, essentially. So yeah, there's really no downside just to keep going up and down, up and down. And what people have been doing is just having a rubber band around your left analog stick and leaving it there, so then you kind of just auto do this in and out of the tower, and you leave it there for like 30 minutes or however long you want, and then you undo your rubber band and you go around and claim your shiny pretty much if you're lucky enough, which I mean, I've done this for probably about an hour or so and I've gotten 2, so you have pretty decent odds. If you know, I mean, there's a possibility you can get unlucky, but it's really cool to just kind of get this shiny right off the bat. And I took it a step further with the Wild Area 3, and because of this extra step, I was able to do it at this other area. So I'll go ahead and share that with you now. And I used a turbo controller to use the roll button. So that way I could like be holding down with the rubber band and using the turbo controller to Y and just be like quickly going in and out of that doorway just to kind of make it go a little bit faster. And then what you can do is at the Lumiose Museum, you can do the same thing because there's 2 Flabébés outside, and those will change as you go in and out of the museum. And so you just use the turbo instead of the roll to be A, because you need to push the A button to open the door. So this is another way that you can actually shiny hunt Flabébé specifically. It will take longer because there's only 2 of them, and you're gonna need maybe a turbo controller to make this easier on yourself, but it's really cool. I think I might be the first person to actually hunt for this specifically. But so yeah, without a proper shiny method that's been introduced officially in the game, the shiny hunting in this is pretty linear. Like, it's pretty straightforward. This is all you're really gonna get is running in and out of buildings, I've even seen some people use the benches to reset the Pokemon by using the day and night cycle swap. So there's a lot still to be discovered here, and as things kind of come out, I think I'm going to try and make more content around this and a more in-depth video as things get updated and people keep experimenting. But for now, this is pretty much the basics of what's going on here. But with that, you guys, please like and subscribe if you found this helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next Pokemon video. Peace.